Okay, I'll go first. It's so tiny. It's so little. Do I have to close this? Do I? Or does it close itself? Oh my god. Okay, bye. Oh my god, this is like the tiniest elevator I've ever been in. There's like barely enough room for me and my suitcase. My first travel tip for Paris is to pack light. A lot of the places to stay don't have elevators at all, but if they do, they are very tiny. This one hardly fit one person and their luggage. We arrived in Paris. We got off the plane. We looked up directions to our Airbnb. We were gonna take public transport even though there's a bed bug issue. But then we went to go to the bus stop and the ticket for the bus was 25 or 30 euro per person. And an Uber was 46 euro for the whole trip. So we took an Uber instead.
Here's the view from the balcony of our Airbnb. You can see the top 2/3 of the Eiffel Tower and at night even when it lights up, which is pretty cool. We were going to walk there, but I had to take a nap first and Amy apparently recorded me. When I awoke from my slumber, we started walking to the Eiffel Tower. It took us an hour since we stayed a little farther away to save money, but if you don't like walking or you don't want to take public transport, you may want to consider staying a little closer to the city center, but just keep in mind it will likely cost more per night.
We also got to see a lot of pretty things on our walk. We got to see flowers, stores, cafes. We passed the Arc de Triomphe. We got a pastry. We listened to some music in the street and we saw this cool dog with sunglasses on. And we made it to the Eiffel Tower just in time for our reservation to walk up the stairs. Cool sunglass dog. Yeah, like a Stairmaster workout.
It's like a Stairmaster workout.
Yeah, let's look for it. Found it. Stair stepper workout.
Yeah, I was trying to see if it was just like a regular taking the stairs.
We are walking up the stairs.
Yeah, they're just stairs.
Yeah, I got stair stepper. Oh, well. Okay, quick. What time is it? What time are we starting at?
5:48.
5:48? Okay, 5:48. Let's see how long it takes us to get to the second floor of the Eiffel Tower. People say it's 45 minutes, so. Okay, proud to report. It is 6:07, so less than 20 minutes. That's great. My heart rate was scary high, but it was great. This is our view. Our second tip is if you're going to book a reservation at the Eiffel Tower, either to walk up to the second story or the third story, I suggest that you book it at sunset. Not only do you get to see the sunset from up top, but you get to walk down the tower after the sun has set and see the tower beautifully lit up right underneath. Here's us. Honestly, I really need a tripod. But here's us in front of the tower. We also got to see it sparkle on the hour on our way home, which was really nice. So we went to the Eiffel Tower, which was great. We walked up the stairs and we saw the lights go on in the city.
We had a crepe.
We had a crepe, yes, and some paninis. And then we decided to walk home to save money on an Uber, which is about an hour walk in the rain, which honestly would have been fine, except for all the grocery stores were closing, so we had to stop and get water like 40 minutes ago. So we've taken turns carrying 2 gallons of water, which is cool.
I think that's about it.
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Really thankful that I have my phone data to direct us home. Really thankful for raincoats and for my childbearing hips. Is that what it's called? Childbearing hips. Yeah, that helped me carry these 2 gallons of water. But hey, we probably saved like 20 euros on an Uber and didn't have to sit on any bed bug upholstery public transport. So,
And we got water.
and we got water. So, win-win. Win. Maybe one lose. But it's good. I have to pee really bad. Badly bad. I have to pee and there's no public toilets anywhere. But we're almost home. So.
Okay.
Okay.
So I know that it looks like Amy is the only one carrying water, but I swear I took my turn. She just conveniently didn't record me doing it.
Can I just say how nice a hot shower is after a cold and rainy day of walking? Our view is Ratatouille vibes, 100%. Look at that. Like, can't you just see some rats on top of that building? Figuratively, but probably literally as well. Good morning and welcome to Paris. We're walking to a
Patisserie and
Yeah.
a boulangerie.
coffee shop and bakery. And it's cold, but like not egregiously cold, but pretty cold. We had a good night's sleep. And
The destination is on your right. 158 Boulevard, Berthier.
that's where we're going. So we're gonna sit outside.
Arrived.
Oh my God, that timing. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of this pastry, but just know that if you are in Paris, you absolutely need to get it. It's so buttery and sugary. After our pastry, we made our way over to Musée dOrsay. This museum is in an old train station, which is obviously absolutely beautiful, but it also has the largest collection of Impressionist and Post-Impressionist pieces in the world. Not only that, but it also had a pretty large collection of sculptures that we loved, as well as Monet and Van Gogh, including the Starry Night over the Rhone. Not to be confused with the Starry Night, this painting he completed in 1888 before he entered the asylum at St. Remy's, which is where he painted the Starry Night painting. This one does not have those famous swirls. These paintings were my absolute favorite. This is the name of the painter. I told Alex that I wanted prints of these in our home one day. The view from the clock tower is so beautiful, but it was way too crowded for a picture, so we just took this cute little video instead. One of my favorite parts of the museum was this scaled model of Paris Opera House. It was so intricate, the details were insane, and I loved looking at how beautifully it was done. Just look at all those tiny little seats in that theater. There's also this 1:100 scale model that was created by this French set designer, and it's an aerial view of the Paris Opera and its surroundings, which was the last thing we saw before leaving. This is a gorgeous restaurant. Is it on the top floor?
Yeah.
That's a great view. What are the prices like?
They're not terrible. You can get a salmon quiche for $17.
That's pretty terrible.
So this morning, we took an Uber to Musée dOrsay, which was really cool, and they had a Van Gogh exhibition as well as a Monet exhibition, and both were fantastic with cool sculptures and stuff. Anyway, now we're walking to the Sainte-Chapelle with lots of stained glass windows, and we're trying to find food in the meantime. Things are a little pricey, so maybe we can get further away from some of these places. It'll be cheaper, but TBD.
We found this little cafe to eat right outside of Sainte-Chapelle, which was really cute, had very Parisian street vibes. Alex got a vegetable curry that was amazing, and I got soup.
Gorgeous, gorgeous girls love soup.
Our third tip is to make reservations for any place you want to go. Even if you have the museum pass, you still need to make a reservation. This just gives you a time to show up because the lines can get really long. We made our way up a very narrow staircase to the Sainte-Chapelle, which has 1,113 stained glass windows. It was built in the 13th century, which is just crazy to me to think about how much work went into this and how beautiful it is. After Sainte-Chapelle, we took the metro to the Science Museum, and apart from this really cool visual representation of how the Pythagorean theorem works, I would not recommend. There really wasn't that many fun things to do except for this fun room that kind of spun around, but that was honestly it. Try throwing a ball. Yes. This is fast. This room is moving. Try throwing a ball.
À présent, prenez une balle dans le panier et lancez-la à un de vos compagnons de voyage.
You can't tell on the camera that this room is moving, so.
Recommencez. Vous préférez viser ici?
Were you trying to get two?
Yeah.
You got four?
Yes, we got sushi in Paris, okay? Sue me. It was cheap. It was cheap and I'm obsessed with sushi and it was convenient, okay? Our last stop of the night was the Arc de Triomphe and it was giving very spooky vibes, but I was kind of into it.
This might have been common knowledge to other people, but you can't just walk across the roundabout to get to the Arc de Triomphe. So you have to walk underground. So that's what we're doing.
So we made our way underground, which was actually kind of hard to find, but more on that later. We walked up a ton of stairs, so many stairs. The stairs just went on forever, but we made it to almost the top. There's a little section before you get to the top, and this is my final tip. It was absolutely empty at night. This was 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and we had the whole place almost to ourselves. It was wonderful, especially after a long day of walking and crowds. Then you walk up the final set of stairs and you get to view Paris from the top of the Arc de Triomphe. And this was my hands down favorite view of the entire trip. It was so cool to be able to see the entire city from up here and the lights were just beautiful. This was definitely one of my favorite experiences.
9:30 at night is the time to come to the Arc de Triomphe because no one's here and the views are great. So, 10 out of 10 timing.
Then we made our way down all of the stairs, which is a lot easier than up, and we walked underneath the Arc de Triomphe, which still had an amazing view from inside the roundabout. We got to learn about the eternal flame and the tomb of the unnamed soldier, which was really cool and really special, and still had beautiful views from underneath the Arc de Triomphe as well as the street and city views around us.
Hi. I think I could jump. Cute. It said the Arc de Triomphe was closed. I'm very glad that we came to check if it was or not because it was open and we got it done, even though it's almost 10 o'clock. Are you tired?
A little bit.
A little bit? Let's go get a croissant and a hot chocolate. I'm just gonna say this because had we not gone up an unsuspecting staircase, we would have thought the Arc de Triomphe was closed. When you're in this like little underground that you have to go to, there's a very unsuspecting, slightly roped off staircase, and that is the way to the Arc de Triomphe.
Inconspicuous.
Inconspicuous. So that is where you enter. We would have walked right on by. We just walked home, and the Eiffel Tower is sparkling. Does it sparkle all night, or does it stop at midnight?
I don't know. Maybe it stops. It'd be cool if it continued.
When's the last sparkle hour? We took a nap. We went to the Arc de Triomphe. We got dinner, we got dessert, we came home,
Sparkles.
and now we're watching the Eiffel Tower sparkle.